Hey, this is Ken. This is going to be a more in-depth video on some of the features and construction of the Swift 6.2 pack. So the Swift is our smallest pack. It carries 6 liters of stuff and has a 2-liter bladder. As with all of our packs, the goal is really with this pack to get all the weight on your hips rather than on your upper back and shoulders. So when I was riding with a traditional backpack, bent over on the bike, having all the weight from a traditional backpack on my upper back really hurt over the course of a long ride. Then I switched to waist packs. Waist packs were great because they kept the weight on my hips where I wanted it, but they would flop around without the securing straps of like a traditional backpack. So our goal with these packs, the Swift 6.2, was really to get the best of both worlds, to get you backpack level capacity with waist pack level comfort and stability. So these packs get the weight off your upper back and shoulders. The shoulder straps are really there just to keep the pack from moving around on descents. One of the other benefits of carrying the weight this low is just that it lowers your center of gravity. So compared to a traditional backpack placement where the weight in the water is up high, lowering your center of gravity gives you more stability. It's better in corners, it's better on technical trails, it's better on super steep trails where you're leaning forward a lot. This pack is not going to be hitting the back of your helmet when you're doing a steep rock roll or jumps. And this strap orientation really gives you the ability to fine tune how it carries weight. You can get all the weight on your hips if you want. Some users have said they like a little bit of weight on the shoulders, but it's really up to you. You can get everything down here. You can put a little bit of weight up here if you want. The other thing is that our upper bodies need to breathe. Like our ribs need to expand as we breathe. Our torsos need to move around on the bike. The pelvis is a giant bone structure that doesn't flex. So putting all the cinch and all the weight on this pelvis rather than on your torso and your lungs is really friendlier on your body. Another benefit of having the weight down here instead of up high is just breathability on the back. So your upper back gets a lot more air exposure, it cools better, it sweats less, and just really feels a lot less restrictive. Our focus with the Swift was to carry a lot of the durability of the Epic line of packs through to this pack. The one thing that's a little bit different on the Swift is that we added elastic pockets on the outside. So while the Epic line of pack is really built for like ultimate durability, this pack added these elastic pockets on the outside, a little more geared towards quick access of stuff. So you have the zippered wing pockets, but then also these outer stash pockets for like bars and gels. Really having kind of like the gravel cross-country mind where you might want to grab a bar really quick. One of our biggest priorities at Arctos packs was to create packs that last for a long time. So I've worn packs with fragile meshes on the outside, elastic webbing keepers, things like that. Stuff that either rips when it comes in contact with scraggly bushes or during crashes, or elastics that like get saggy over time when exposed to the sun, as elastics do. Another way that we made these packs really durable is with really oversized zippers. So a lot of pack manufacturers, one of the first places they can cut corners, cut costs is by using off-brand zippers and making them really small. We use YKK zippers on our wing pockets, and these zippers are often bigger than like the main compartment zippers on competitors' packs. Our main compartment zippers are also huge, but our wing pocket zippers stay really big. This is the place where you get a lot of sweat, a lot of dirt, and over time, if you have a small zipper, these zippers will fail. One day you'll be riding, pull on the zipper, and it'll separate. And we really wanted to avoid that after a lot of personal experience with that. Okay, let's go over compartments on this pack. One of the biggest highlights with these packs is the amount of stuff that it makes accessible at your fingertips. Some manufacturers don't have wing pockets. Some have just a wing pocket on one side. A lot of them are small enough that you can't even fit your phone, or you have to use 2 hands to operate it. We really built all these packs, including the Swift 6.2, with the biggest wing pockets that we could possibly put on it. So they are easily operable with one hand. You don't have to use your other hand to secure the pocket to zip it open or closed. They have really big pull tabs that are easy to fill with or without gloves. There's the zipper, unzip it, and then you can also get your hand in and out without using 2 hands. So it's really one hand operable, easy to find. And then on the Swift, we also added these elastic pockets on the outside of the main zippered compartment. The idea there being is like maybe you have your phone in the zippered pocket. You really don't want your phone to bounce out of your pack or AirPods or, I don't know, your wallet or tools or something like that. Then you can put nutrition in these outer elastic pockets so you can reach back and grab them really fast without operating a zipper and without having to zip it closed again. So again, these wing pockets are identical on both sides. Big zippered pocket, big elastic pocket on both sides of this pack. You can get multiple bars, the biggest phones. When I'm riding, I often will have 2 bars on this side, and then my AirPods case and a bell all in this zippered pocket, not even using the elastic pocket, and then my phone in this right zippered pocket. The Swift has 2 main compartments in addition to the wing pockets. The first is the bladder pocket, huge zippers. Inside here is our 2-liter Hydropack bladder and a divider so that you can put stuff in the pack. So there's lots of storage space in there in addition to a full 2-liter bladder. Next, when it comes to storage, is the tool pocket. This is the pack I'm riding with right now, so I've got all my stuff in here. It has a divider in there. It fits the largest pumps. I've got my 1-up pump here. I've got a tube in there. I've got my multi-tool. I've got a tie lever. I've got zip ties, and there's still a lot of space to put more stuff in there. There's also a key clip. So if you want to put your keys in this pocket and not have them fall to the bottom of the pocket, you can do that. Okay, let's go over fit. So once you get this pack out of the box, how do you fit it to your body? First thing to do is put these shoulder straps over your shoulders. That hangs the pack there, makes it easy for you to do stuff and have your hands free. Next step is to grab the waist belt, and you want to position it between your hips and your waist. So what that means, here's my hips, here's the top of my pelvis. This buckle and the waist strap is really on that rigid part of my pelvis, not above my pelvis. So once it's in about the spot that you'd wear a waist pack, cinch it there, and then you can take the loose end of the waist strap and tuck it behind the wing pocket. So we made behind the wing pocket to be a convenient storage location for the loose end of this waist strap. So now that's not flappy, it's all, tucked away. Now I've got these loose shoulder straps. I'm going to buckle the sternum strap and get it in the right position. This is about right for me. It's not too close to my neck, not too far down. I'm going to take the tube and clip it to the magnetic buckle. And then when it comes to the shoulder straps, you don't want them cinched down hard. You don't want to feel a bunch of weight when you're standing with the pack on. It should actually lift off your shoulders a little bit. The reason for that is that as you bend over on the bike, your shoulders come forward and it stretches your torso out. And then you can test it by going like this, bending over like you're on your bike, and you should just feel some contact here. That will keep the pack from moving around, bouncing on descents. And again, the idea is to have all the weight on your waist, not up here on the shoulder straps. If it's too loose, like if these are lifting way off your shoulders, all you have to do is grab the adjustable end of this webbing and pull it just to get it to about the right spot, or you can lift the buckles to adjust it and get it to the right spot. And then once you have done that, go ahead and take the loose end of the webbing, slide it through the webbing keeper. You can double it up if you want, or you can just slide this webbing keeper all the way down. So now the waist belt is fit to my waist. The straps are secure on the side. The shoulder straps are fit right. The straps are secure, so I'm not flopping around. And then I have the bite valve right here, right in front of me. Okay, let's talk about fitting the drink tube. So when you get the pack, the drink tube will be inside the pack to protect it during transit. There are holes on both sides of the pack, left and right side, where you need to route the drink tube out. Then you can just keep feeding it through the webbing loops. So here's a bottom webbing loop. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. Just keep feeding it through until you think it's about in the right spot. Once you have the pack fit for your body, you can verify that it's going through the right webbing at the end. So I'm about 6'2", so I like having mine coming through this last webbing. And then the loose end, I'm just gonna go over and put on this on the magnet clip. The Swift 6.2 comes with this magnetic clip, so you can use it in this orientation. If you prefer to just have it hanging and not have to put it back on the magnet after you drink, you can cut the drink tube where you want, pull the bite valve out of this part, and then stick it in there. So using the magnet or not is up to you. But then as you're riding, all you need to do is grab this bite valve, drink, and then clip it back on the magnet. So one of the things that makes these packs so secure is that the waist belt adjustment, so here's the waist belt, here's the part I pull on to adjust it. This wing pocket is attached all the way to the back of the pack, not the front of the pack by my back, but all the way to the outside. So when I pull on this waist strap, it's actually cinching the entire pack to my body, in addition to tightening it on my waist. So as you ride and you drink, the bladder is going to be losing water. The pack is going to be losing volume because you're consuming water, you're consuming food, maybe you've taken a layer out. All you have to do to cinch the entire pack to your body and keep it from bouncing around or being loose is grab these waist straps and pull them forward. This will cinch to your waist, it'll cinch the pack to your back, and will keep everything super secure, no flop, as you drink throughout the course of your ride.